Hey guys, it's Mehdi here. What's going on? I hope you're all doing very well. Today I want to show you guys the leveling guide for the Dragon Wolf Monkey Walker as you guys requested. So let's get it started. I'm gonna start by showing you guys the gears that you guys need. I assume you guys start as level 1 and just go through the campaign and then hit maps, and then you want to reach to the end game, which is like T15 maps and Uber bosses. Okay, first of all, I prepare some gears for you, some uniques. So if you guys already have a character and you want to make this character as a second character, I assume you guys have some currency and stuff, so you can buy out this stuff from the market. And these stuff are really cheap. They are not expensive at all. I also have alternative gears for you if you guys don't have the currency to buy out these items from the market. I'll just show the regular items that you can get from the ground, like the ground loot, as you go through the campaign. Alright, so the first piece I recommend to get is this body armor piece. It's very effective. It's gonna give you lots of evasion rating, and we're gonna scale evasion rating as we are level 1 and above. So this is very helpful. It's gonna give you some dexterity, and but you cannot socket the 14 and 14% cold and light energy resistance to it. You just need to use the lesser rune ones, which is, I believe, is 10% and 10%. And it also give you 10% movement speed when you are on full life. Okay, that's the headpiece. It's gonna give you lots of elemental resistances, uh, and some rarity and evasion. You can even keep this headpiece as you reach to the map. It's just very nice, and like to all elemental resistance is gonna help you a lot. And the most important thing is that you guys care about your elemental resistances when you first reach maps, because the most like cruel thing you can come across is like being low res and go to the map, so you're just gonna constantly die. So always care about your elemental resistances and try to be cap resistances. What I mean by that is that cold, light, and fire resistance all has to be 75%. The chaoses doesn't matter once you reach maps. Okay, the first ring I recommend to get is this ring. Really nice. The the text saying enemy chilled by your hits can be shattered as through frozen. It's just you chill the enemies and they're gonna get frozen and shatter. It's helped you guys out with the clearing a lot. When you just begin in the campaign, and as you reach out maps, this is very nice. You can even keep this ring when you're level 75 to 80, and then just change it out once you pass level 80 and above. This is the second ring. It's just a regular ring with some resistances, so important, some flat damages, attributes, and again all the elemental resistances. This is a very nice ring, and you guys can just buy these rings very cheap, 1 to 10 exalt uh, from the market. I also prepare um, all the items you can buy from the market, and I'm gonna go and show you guys online how to search for the items. So this is kind of fancy, but it's not expensive. It's like 1 annul or 2 annul. I'm talking about the price of this item. It's very helpful if you guys can get one, the Stellar Amulet, and just keep this with you as you hit level 80. Like from the beginning of the campaign, where when you hit level 10 or 15, I believe we can equip this, because I annoyed Jack of all trades to it, and I also increased the modifiers on it, it went up to level 24. Otherwise, is lesser than this. And also an jack of all trades on it because it gives you lots of damage, 2% increased damage per 5 of your lowest attribute. If not, you can get something like this. Okay, so listen to me. You need some spirit on it, some attribute, increased maximum energy shield, +2 maximum energy shield, or increased evasion rating, and some resistances. Whatever you can fit among those stats that I just told you, just mix and match and get an amulet like that. Just for the campaign, just pick up whatever you have, something like this, or like what I have here, like, okay, I'm gonna go leveling items, like something like that, or this one, like whatever you can find out from the ground items, and equip it if you are like don't have any currency. There is nothing you can do until you just farm a bit and try to find a better amulet. This also applies to the rings and other pieces as well. If you're really beginner and don't have any currency, there is nothing you can do just to farm a bit in a campaign and just try to get some exalted orb and items from the ground and then hit it with those currencies with the orb of transmutation, augmentation, and the regal, and then you can exalt orb and get a 6 stat item. At the beginning, every item um, drops on the ground. It's either normal, magic, or rare. So if it's normal, you have to hit it with transmutation, augmentation, regal, and exalted orbit. If it's magic, you have to regal it. Magic means the item has 2 stat. So you're gonna regal it and then exalted orbit. If the item is rare, it depends. It may have 3 stat, 4 stat, 5 stat. So if it has 3 stat, you can hit it with another 3 exalted orb and make it 6 stat. Alright, let's get back into the other items. This is the gloves I recommend you guys get. This is also a very cheap gloves. If you don't have this, just again use the ground item. Here as a like the example, the ground items I just pick up to show you guys. You see it's a level 38. It's very nice, has damages and stuff. The ground items are pretty decent. The GGG worked on it a lot. Okay, this was the glove. Then this is the belt. I strongly recommend to get this belt. It gives you lots of strength and cold resistances, and you can pick up this from level 1. So get this belt. If not, just use the regular belt you pick up from the ground. And this is the boot I recommend to get. This is also very cheap. Lots of movement speed, increased evasion rating, and lightning resistances. If you don't have this one, try to get this from the market. Again, movement speed, some energy shield, dexterity, and you are not affected by slows, which is very OP. You have other choices as well. This one also would work, and this one. This is also really nice. I'm sorry about the mess in my um, tabs. I had to put down everything and just fit them somewhere. Alright, so I talked about all of this stuff here. Then let's go and talk about okay, the flask. Just pick up the flask as you go through the campaign, and the mono flask and the charm. Try to see which resistance is your lowest resistances and try to get something like uh where are they? Here. This one, for example, give you lightning resistance. So if your lightning resistance is low, pick up this. If your fire resistance is low, pick up this. If it's your cold resistance is low, pick up this one. And as you go, try to add like the stun charm and other uh, charms like the immunity frozen. This one helps a lot. Okay, so let's talk about the talisman. So this is the magic talisman level 59. So if you are low level, like level 10, 15, 20, just you have to pick up the ground items or go to Ramsey and Rainley. Yeah, is that the name? Yeah, Rainley. The guy you can trade with and buy out his items and try to find nice ones. The one has flat damages on it, increased fees, attack speed on the suffix, or plus melee. Or you guys can gamble with Angie, I believe, or Alva. I guess it's Alva or Angie. One of those characters in the campaign you can uh, in Act 2, uh, or the other cat is a Zorak, Zorchin, something like that. You can gamble, and you gamble till you get a rare talisman which has decent stats. So this is how you can get a decent talisman if you don't have any currency. If you have some currency, just go into the market and search for something good. Again, flat damages T5 to T8. These are like you see T3 and T4 on this prefix and suffix. So what I mean by that is that the lower the tier is, the better the stat is. So you're level 30 to 40, just search for something that has some increased physical damage, flat fees, like flat cold or flat fire. The tire really doesn't matter. Try to get something that has T5 to T9 flat damages and increased speeds, and in the suffix try to get increased attack speed plus 2 melee and this sort of stuff. So if you find something like that off of the market, which is it has 2 stat, is a magic item. So we are gonna craft this right now online. Okay, so I'll put this here. So let's craft it. So this has one flat in the prefix and one suffix in the it has plus 3 melee in the suffix. So we have two choices. We hit it with the greater essence of abrasion, which adds flat physical damage to the prefix, or we can use greater essence of haste, which adds increased attack speed stat to it. So we are gonna hit it with the flat damage, or you can hit it with the attack speed. It depends on you, but the attack speed gonna go to the suffix, the flat fees gonna go to the prefix. Okay, so we are gonna hit it with the flat. There we go. You see we got 32 to 40 physical damage. Then what we can do, we just if you guys have some currency like the good ones, hit it with greater exalted, or if not, hit it with just exalted. We are gonna hit it with just exalted. There are lots of other ways to craft this piece and make it decent. I make another video for how to make a GG talisman for your endgame. This is just for campaign and um, just for beginning of the journey of your mapping. So forget about those methods. You can craft very nice talismans. So we are gonna just hit it with Exalted Orb and see what happens. Okay, very worst stat. You really don't want to get this stat. Accuracy, I hate it. Stun build up, again, not really good. Okay, crit bonus, not bad. Okay, so we have a decent talisman for a beginning of the journey of your mapping, and then we are gonna use this to add socket to it, and then we have to use these two. Two times, we're gonna hit it 2 times with that currency, the artificial orb, and then we use Greater Iron Room. 1, 2. Okay, you see, very decent damage. And then we hit it with Blacksmith Whetstone. Here we go. You have a really decent talisman for your mapping. Okay, enough about the talisman. Let's get into the skill tree, which is very important. Okay, I'll bring up the POB and show you guys what you guys have to do. Alright, I'm gonna go to level 45 Dragon Wolf Monk. So you're level 1. You're gonna start from here, come up here, go here, 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 and down here. Then you're gonna go up here. So first go down to this loop and come down here. Then you're gonna go here, 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 this one, this one, this one, get this one, and then you're gonna come here, get these, this one. Then you're gonna come here, here, get this one, this one, this one, this, and this. Then you're gonna get this one, and this one. Then you go forward, get the jewel socket, and get something like that has increased maximum, like increase maximum energy shield, increase evasion rating, attack speed, increase attack damage. Whatever you can find off of the ground would work for you for the campaign. Then you go here, 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 come down here. This is other jewel socket you have. Again, socket the jewel you find from the ground. Then here, go up here, and then here. So you were level 45 or let's say 50. So once you're level 45 or 50, you can get four of your ascendancy points. You get this, this one, and that one. Alright, so you're level 75 right now. These are the same, right? As we got uh, for your character, which was level 45, right? These ones are all the same. The things are different is we come up here, get this one, and these three, and this one. And we also got this crit node. So we start scaling our crit chance. We get these, and then these ones, very important for your defensive layers. And then we got these three as well. So what was the difference? These three, these ones, and these ones down here. Okay, and then we come up here. We go here, get this crit node, and then we're gonna become chaos annihilation. What that means? It means your life become one, so you don't have any life. So any life stat on your gears will be completely useless from now on. And you're gonna be chaos immune, chaos damage immune, and bleeding immune, and poison immune in exchange that your life is become one. So this build is all about being chaos immune, the way I built it. So you're gonna be chaos immune when you're level 75. Then we come up here, get these, so important. Make sure to get these three. Then we come up here, another jewel socket. Come up here, get these three, and then this one, 25 intelligence. If you don't have enough intelligence on your gears and equipment, get this one. Okay, And once from level 75 to 90, I'm just gonna show you guys here what to get. We are gonna come up here. Doesn't matter, just get what attributes you guys need from all these attribute nodes to meet your requirements from your gears and gem skills. This one, this one, this one. And we get this one, this one. What else we can get? Get this, this one, and this one. Then this one, this one, and this. And the rest is just watch my other video for the endgame one. I'll show, I already showed all the nodes you guys need to get. Okay, these, and okay, what else? Here, the other 2 points from your ascendancy. So we assume you have 6 ascendancy points right now. We come up here and get this. And once you hit level 90 and get the 2 last one, you come up here and get meditate. So what meditate do is that like where enemies attack you and your energy become really low, so you just run and meditate, and the meditate gonna fill up your energy shield. But if you get hit again, it's gonna stop. So it's kind of tricky to use meditate, but once you get the hang of it, it's gonna be really easy. Okay, done with the skill tree. One more thing I want to point out here is that you're level 75. So it's time to change your these gears, right? So get something like this, the Rambler jacket that has decent resistances, decent evasion rating, and energy shield. Make sure to get something like this. That's the most important piece you need. Once you hit level 78 to 90, you should get a jacket like this to make this work, to make this build work. Otherwise, you are just gonna have a very bad time in mapping. Get a Rambler jacket like this, or any jacket that has decent evasion rating and energy shield. The base has to be an evasion rating and energy shield. So their names could be different. And this was another option you guys have instead of this. Once you're low level, just equip this one. I forgot to say. Okay, so we are level 75. We're gonna equip this. For the headpiece, you are going to need something like this. Okay, by the way, that's from Enterprise. You see, Fate of the Valley, 45 Exile, 2 annul, 2 annul, 2 annul, 2 annul. And then you're gonna divine it to make it uh, to make it to all attribute makes to make it to like 90 plus is good. And then you're gonna add quality to it with these uh, with this catalyst. So it's gonna be over 100 attribute. You're gonna have over 100 something attribute. You have to divine it to be able to do that. Otherwise, if you quality of this is gonna be like 64, something like that. You have to divine it to make it like mine. And hit, you see the range 50 to 100. So once you divine something, that number in that range is gonna be changing. So it's gonna go to 60, 70, I don't know, 80, 90. If you get lucky, once you with the first one you hit, you're gonna hit 90. Hopefully you're lucky. Okay, so all right, this is the helmet you guys need to get. You see, high evasion, high energy shield. Why we need the energy shield, high energy shield? Because we are using this node. Plus 2 evasion rating per 1 item energy shield on equipped helmet. That's why we are using um, energy shield base helmet. And then some resistances, very important, and some rarity. Here it's another example, 50 exalt for 2 resistances, rarity. There's lots of them in the market and they are very decent. So you are level 80 and looking for these items, level 75 to 90. The gloves, you need something like this. Again, resistances, you have to be cap resistance once you hit maps, or at least 60%. So once you hit maps, you're level 60 or something like that. But as you go above, the maps are gonna get harder because the tier is gonna be higher, like T5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10, and so on. So you have to be cap resistance as you go higher tier maps. At least 60% resistance on your lightning, cold, and fire. Get a decent glove like this. You see, lots of evasion rating, decent cold damage on it. It has T1 cold damage, fire, cold, lightning resistant. If I were you, I would buy this right now. So nice. It says steel. I'll show you guys the helmet. Okay, the rings for level 60, 70 plus. Get something that has some rarity, some damage on it, some attribute, very important, intelligence, dex, strength, doesn't matter. Again, resistances. Try to mix and match your resistances and cap your resistances. Here, oh my god, this is very nice. 3 triple damage, intelligence, 2 resistance, and here again another resistance. Another example here, some evasion, flat damages, all elemental resistances. This is very nice. You should get a ring that has plus 15 all elemental resistances on both of your rings. I recommend when you hit level 90 plus. You see, again, this is not a good stat. Don't get something like that. These are nice. Again, here you see lots of options you guys have. So try to mix and match and get something that has flat damages, resistances, and attribute. Okay, for the amulet, you have to spend some money for your amulet for mapping. So these 3 lines are really important. You have to get something like this if you want to be really tanky. And the tiers has to be T2 or T1, like for endgame. And then plus 1 level to all melee skills, 2 or 3. The price is gonna go up as this stat go higher. If it was plus 3, I guess it was like 10 to 15 the price of this. Plus 20 to all attribute, very useful stat for your build because you're gonna need lots of um, attribute requirement for this build, and then some resistance. So this is useless. Increased life is completely useless because your CI and your life is 1 against some uh, attributes here. Here you have some resistances, again increase maximum energy shield and plus melee. All are really nice. Alright, so I'm gonna show you guys the skill gems right now. Alright, so let's say you're level 1. You're gonna be a wolf, mainly wolf until you hit level 75. You can transition to the Wyvern, the dragon. So until level 5 and you reach out maps like to tier 5, 6, you have to stay mainly just be the wolf, not the dragon. That's just, I want you guys to have a good time and your transition to be smooth to the dragon. So level 75, you have to stay and be the wolf. So you're level 1, you're gonna have shred. Once you have your first skill and support gems, you're gonna socket rapid attacks 1 and rage 1. As you level up, you can make the better support gems like tier 2, tier 3, 4, and 5 as you level up. So you're gonna make these to rapid attacks 2 and make this to rage 2 and then it's rage 3. Then let's talk about the pounds. We're gonna use blind 1. This is blind 2. So once you level up and get the tier 5 support gems, we can socket blind 2. But when you're low level, socket blind 1. And then we're gonna use Fist of War 1. I don't have it here, so let's quickly make one. Okay, for the pounds, Fist of War 1. That's it. And once you level up and find lesser jeweler orb and greater jeweler orb and perfect ones, you're gonna hit the pounds or like this. You're gonna hit it with the lesser jeweler orb, it's gonna add 1 socket to it. You're gonna hit it with greater one, it's gonna add another one, and so on. The perfect one, it's gonna add 5. So let's say you have one perfect. You're gonna hit it directly with perfect jeweler orb. It's gonna make it 5 socket. You don't have to hit it with lesser, greater, and perfect. It's not like that. Just hit it with the better one you have. It's gonna make the socket like 4, 5, and 6. It depends which one you use. So the order doesn't matter. You can just hit it directly with perfect jeweler rope if you have one. So the pounds, blind 1, Fist of War 1. Forget about this one. Arctic Howl, Magnify Area 1, Raging Cry. Then we're gonna come to Lunar Assault. Like you're level 1 to 30. Probably you didn't have find any lesser jewel or still in the campaign. So you're gonna use elemental armament 1. This is the 2. So as you level up, you're gonna find a better support gem. So you're gonna socket it with elemental armament 2. And then socket ice bite 1. And as you find better support gems, you're gonna change this to ice bite 2. Let's say you find the lesser jeweler orb and hit your lunar assault with one lesser, then you gonna add close combat 1 to it, or you can add rapid attacks. I guess rapid attacks is better, and once you hit it with greater, add the close combat 1 or 2. 2 is better obviously than the 1 one, but not all support gens are like that. Like the better ones are like have like different effects. You have to read and see if that works for you. You have to use it, but the close combat is like the 2 is better than the 1, like no downside. Then you're gonna use cross slash, concentrated area, close combat 1. Then let's say you hit it with lesser or greater, you're gonna socket elemental armament 2, or you can socket biting frost 2. Biting frost 2, yeah. So once you get your first 30 spirit from the campaign, you're gonna make Herald of Ice, socket it with elemental armament 1 and magnify area 1. Then once you get your second 30 spirit from the campaign, so you have 60, you're gonna make Wind Dancer and socket it with magnify area 1 and elemental armament 1. Okay, then we come up here. Once you have your 100 spirit from the campaign, we're gonna use Ghost Dance and socket it with compress duration 2. Once you get to level 50, we're gonna make Lunar Blessing. We're gonna make Lunar Blessing. It needs gem level 13. And then we socket prolonged duration 2. Just add the socket to it. Cooldown recovery 2. And elemental armament 2. And if you guys have the gem cutter priest, try to quality up first your lunar assault, then cross slash, then your herald of ice, and then lunar blessing. Very important, the order. Lunar assault first. Okay, what else here? Okay, so let's say you're gonna transition to the dragon. What you're gonna do, you're not gonna use shred anymore. So you use this, it's gonna change to rend, and you're gonna use rend instead of shredding. So again, I don't recommend use rend and being a dragon until you hit level 75 or 80. Just stay and be the wolf until then. So how the gameplay works, how you gonna play? So you're gonna just use lunar assault the mobs, just jump around, try not to get attacked, lunar assault them. Once they get frozen, shred them. Once you shred them, you're gonna cut off crystal ices from them, and then you're gonna explode them with your lunar assault, shred one time, and then cross slash. The cross slash gonna explode the ice crystals, and it's gonna do a huge amount of damage. And as you go, once you see the mobs, first you can just pounce to them like this, and then use Arctic Howl. Once you see enemies around, always try to use your Arctic Howl. And you can also socket cooldown recovery to your Arctic Howl as you get more sockets. Yeah, I guess that's everything about the support gems as you're low level. So once you level up, just try to add sockets to your skill gems and try to get better support gems and just follow the guide app I have for the end game one and make your transition to the dragon. So you're a dragon now. How the gameplay is gonna be in the end game. You have to use rend. In order to use rend and freeze the enemies, you have to have a decent talisman like this that has flat cold damages on it. Very important. Or extra cold damage. 30% damage as extra cold damage or flat cold damage. I prefer flat cold damage T2 or T1 for being a dragon and playing the end game and use rain to clear. You should have flat cold damage on your weapon, attack speed, critical chance, and plus 5 level of all attack skills. The other lines on the prefix can be increased phase or increased elemental damage or flat phase. Fire damage is not that nice, but it is what it is for now on my talisman. I don't really like the fire damage on the prefix. Increased LA is really nice and OP, but instead of fire damage, try to get increased phase, flat phase, or even lightning damage is better than fire damage. Uh, and you need to have flat cold damages on your bowstrings, something like this. You see the line cold damage to attacks, and also on this one I have cold damage. This ring is actually not that good, but I'm totally fine with it because I have absurd amount of damages. So even with this kind of ring, your build is gonna work out. If you can even get the rings that has all T1 flat attacks and stuff on it, but those are really expensive. Okay, what else I have to talk about? Okay, so how the gameplay works. You just gonna run the enemies. If they didn't freeze, you're gonna lunar assault one or two times. Then they are gonna get freeze, and then you're gonna rend them and just keep rending and clear everything, jumping around with your pounds to reach out to enemies, and then try to devour enemies to get power charges. Because for the end game, you're gonna use oil barrage and the flame breath to one-shot the bosses. So you need to pounce the bosses to get the power charges. I explained this stuff in my first video, which is for the end game, how the gameplay exactly work. So like yeah, briefly, you're gonna pounce the bosses, cause you have Alita gems on your pounds and culmination, so you're gonna build up combo. That's why we got these passive skills here as well to build up combo faster, and also we're gonna have increased damage per combo we have. Then once you build up your combos, you're gonna pounce the enemies again to get the power charges, and then oil barrage them to one-shot the bosses. And just in the map, you rend. When you see the corpse, you're gonna devour them to get the power charges to empower your rend attacks. Okay, so also make sure you guys make freezing mark. Once you are able to make level 7 skill gems, make sure to have freezing mark and socket it to your pounds like this. Freezing mark socketed to the pounds because it's very important to be able to freeze the bosses because you're gonna mark them. And once you mark and put a freezing mark on them, you're gonna have more freeze build-up. And also for mapping is good because once you pounce, you're gonna freeze the mobs, and as a result, you're gonna have 30% of the damage gain as cold damage. It helps you a lot with clearing as well in the maps. As always, I appreciate your support, guys. Thanks for watching my videos. I love you all. I'm out. Thanks. Bye.